Okay, folks, we're gonna get started. If you can see my screen, just type a 2 in the chat. Everyone type something. Can you see my screen? Type a 2. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening all around the world. Good morning, USA. Good morning, old Canada, 5 degrees. Good afternoon, Nigeria, 90 degrees in Nigeria. It's as hot as it can be. And same thing with South Africa, probably less than 90 degrees. So good morning to you guys. I'm so glad that you guys are on the call this morning. I am so pumped. I'm so excited about the next 90 days plan we're going to be talking about. But before we jump into the 90 days plan, I got some text messages yesterday and people were asking questions. They want to know how to close a prospect properly. And they also want to know about objection, so how to handle objection. So before we go into the 1-day page in 90 Days Blitz, we're going to go through some quick training on how to close a prospect. For those of you who already know, awesome. It's a good reminder. For those of you who don't know, who are new in the industry, this is the foundation. This is the basics of closing your prospect properly or closing your prospect after a presentation. And real quick, I'd like to share something with you guys. This is so powerful. And we all were talking about this page this morning and not even knowing that I had it up here. You hang around the barber shop long enough, but sooner or later, you're going to get a haircut. And I want to tell you, you're not just going to get a haircut. If you hang around the barber shop for too long, every day, every second, you're going to be the next barber in that shop. So the people we hang around us influence our atmosphere, influence our productivity. Imagine you hanging out around the barber shop. The next thing is you're going to take that clippers and you're going to start cutting hair. That's what's going to happen. So our environment influence our action and our productivity. So what am I trying to say? Who are we hanging around? Okay, if you want to buy a Lamborghini, you don't go to a Toyota store looking for a Lamborghini. Two different environment, completely different environment. You're only going to get a Toyota in a Toyota shop. So if you're hanging around broke people, all you're going to get is broke talk. You're going to get things that surround us, the things that are associated with being broke. But if you go to a different environment, depending on the environment you are or you're hanging around, I mean, you don't have to be rich to hang around the right environment. It's all about hanging around the right people that can take you to the next level. I also want to share this quote today because I'm kind of going to allude to this particular, the eagle and the chicken story. When it rains, most birds hide for shelter. When the rain starts falling, the birds are going to look around and look for shelter, look for where they can hide. But guys, the eagle is the only bird in the world, in order to avoid the rain, it starts flying above the cloud. This is the kind of two people we need to look for in our business. Either you're looking for the birds like the chicken, when the rain comes, they run away, or you're looking for eagles in your business. And what the eagle does is when the rain comes, it flies above the rain. It flies above that obstacle. It flies above that problem. Whatever you call it, the eagle is above it. So we want to be eagles in our business, and we want to look for eagles and not chickens that hide in our business. So real quick, we're going to go through the psychology of closing. I got so many messages, especially from the new folks that wanted to know how to close the prospect. So we're going to go through this quickly before we go to the main agenda for today. So closing really starts with your invitation, guys. Closing your prospects start with your invitation. That 2-minute video makes a lot of big difference. It has to be duplicable, meaning it has to be able to duplicate. Why? Because your prospect sees that. Your closing start with your invitation. So that 2-minute video is so simple, anybody can duplicate it. That is a fantastic way to start your closing process. The next thing I want to talk about closing, you got to have courage when you're closing a prospect. And it has to come from your heart. You got to be someone that is on a mission. So closing, you need that courage when you're closing. Why? Have fun. Have fun when you're closing. People sense your emotion. Okay? People smell you. Your prospect can smell your hesitation just like a dog smells your fear. So when you're closing, you got to have that confidence. You got to have that enthusiasm in you. Because people can smell you just like a dog can smell fear. So if you don't have the courage, if you don't close from your heart, don't close from your mouth, remember, close from your heart. People smell it, people feel it. Have no emotional attachment. It's starting versus selling. Okay? That's why I tell people I'm not scared of the no's. I'm certain for the eagles. Chickens versus eagles. Some people really don't need to be in your business. I know sometimes we just want to sign up people to get the excitement. Oh, I just signed up a family pack. Woo, woo, woo. You signed up a chicken. Because the people who are going to build your business don't need convincing. You don't need to plead. You don't need to beg. If you beg someone to come into your business, a person convinced against his will is off his will. There's no convincing, there's no bleeding, there's no begging in this business because you're going to bring the wrong sets of people with the wrong mindset. This is a sharing opportunity. You're sorting out for the eagles. The chickens we hide. The chickens we quit. The eagles will stay strong and build a massive, massive business. Next pointer is be excited. Transfer emotion. Emotions affect people. Your emotion is powerful. It's contagious. Be excited about your opportunity. You're closing a prospect, you want to show the excitement like you just won the lottery. This is the kind of excitement we need to show when we're talking to a prospect. For example, you just take a look at pastor that just came back from the convention, that just went to the mountain to bring the 10 commandments. And when he comes down to the people, look at the fire in his eyes. I've never seen the way pastor talks is completely, guys, different from the day he joined this call. I know when pastor joined this webinar and listened to the first presentation, I could see the fire in his eyes. It has changed. The excitement is there. The enthusiasm is there. When he talks to you now, you know that he actually feels what he's talking about. Next point, after the presentation, you want to show them how to feel. Just the same thing we talk about using pastor as an example. You want to show people how you feel. They will dance to the music you play, period. You're playing the music. They will dance to that music. So you need to stay completely excited. And if this training is of value, guys, type a 2 in the menu if it's exciting. Next pointer, people buy. This is the big pointer, guys. People buy based on emotions rather than logic. Again, I repeat, people buy based on emotion rather than logic. And I'll give you a quick example. If you ask someone a logical question, like after the presentation, you say, what do you think? That's a logical question. Logical question will access the logical side of the brain, which is a non-buying side. We sometimes ask the wrong question. Very, very wrong question. What do you think? The best way to close the prospect is, let's get you started. What did you like most? What did you like best? These are the right questions we need to ask our prospect when we are closing. I hope this is of value to you guys. If it's of value, keep on typing the two. Keep on typing the two. So ask the right question. Don't ask which question. Don't act like you're afraid to close the prospect. What do you think doesn't help your business? You're accessing the logical side. The logical side of the brain is a non-buying side. Next point. Always have the assumption the person is signing up. You can visualize this, guys. See the person signing up. You know, some people go and talk to the prospect without that assumption they're going to sign up. They're not ready. I am ready to go. Guys, when I talk to a prospect in the US, I have my computer. When I'm done talking to the prospect, I open up my computer. And when I open up my computer, I'm already on the page that say join. And I'm asking the person, so what's your name? What name do you want to use? What username do you want to use? What am I doing, guys? I'm having the right mindset that the person is going to be a part of the business. Have the assumption the person is going to start up. Don't think he might sign up, he might not sign up. Wrong mindsets. Huh? The mindset you need to have is they're so crazy, really crazy, not to start up a business. Imagine you're giving someone $1 million and the person telling you, no? Are you kidding me? You're giving him an opportunity that can create wealth, create financial freedom for his family, for his friends, for the next generation that's unborn. And the person tells you no. Are you crazy? This is the mindset. I'm not saying you should tell them they're crazy, but this is the mindset you need to have. That's why when I'm done my presentation, I'm getting ready to sign them up. I'm on the join page already. Because people find it so hard to make decisions themselves sometimes. So you need to put them on the right track. You need to close them properly. 3 main areas people look at when checking out your business is 1, does it work? Right? 2, can I do this? 3, will you help me? This is the 3 things you need to also have behind your mind when you're presenting to your prospects. Can I do it? Does it work? Does the business work? And will you help me? This is the 3 things you need to have behind you because this is what is behind their mind. After the presentation, guys, go into closing. One of the biggest problems we have is we love to resell the deal. We'll keep talking about the benefit, about the excitement. You're done with the presentation. Close the prospect. You don't need to resell the business. Why? Because you're now being a salesperson when you do this. And in their mind, they're thinking, oh, I have to have this knowledge. I have to be able to convince people. I have to be the salesperson, and they don't want to join the business because of the fear of doing it. So stop reselling the business. The presentation is over. Closure. After presentation, that's why we have the word closure. You don't need to resell the business. Next tip, I love what I use to close my prospect. Understand your prospect first. There are different ways you can close your prospect based on your understanding of who they are. I can remember one of the very best closing I ever had was a gentleman. We talked after the presentation a couple of years ago. We talked and talked and talked and talked. After all the presentation, you know, he was hesitant to close. And I realized because I can, just like your prospect can smell the fear, you can smell the fear, and then you can smell the hesitation. And when you smell this hesitation, you use that as an advantage to close your deal. And I asked him, I said, if everything you've done today has taken you to where you want to be, you don't have to listen to me. But if everything I've done has put you where you are, because I know exactly where he is today, if everything you've done has brought you to where you are, broke, has kept you in this level, then I don't think you have the power of making a solid decision. So give me the power. I'm taking the power to make a decision that's going to change your life. And that's what made him to sign up, because he knew he's in a broke situation. He's in a situation that all the decisions have made are taking him nowhere. So know that prospect, guys. Always remember, they need you more than you need them. Guys, this is the most powerful tool you need to type or two. They need, always remember, they need you more. Put that behind your mind when you're talking to your prospects. They need you, you don't need them. If I'm bringing you into a business that is going to change your life, change your family's life, when you put the work in and you need me, they need you more. This is the mindset you need to have. You're actually helping them. They're not helping you by signing up. With or without them, you're going to make $1 million in this business, with or without them. So they need you. You don't need them. They need you more. So this is the mindset we need behind our business. If I'm giving you $1 million check, I think you need me more, because I'm showing you an opportunity that's going to absolutely change your life. So the mindset when you close a prospect is they need you more, period. When you have that mindset, you have the confidence. You have control of the presentation. You have control of how you talk to them, what you say to them. So they need you more. Always have that behind you. And in that time, sorry guys, that I'm trying to move to the next slide. Okay, awesome. Next point I want to talk about, and that's for the closing. So always put behind your mind, they need you more. And the next thing I'm going to talk about real quick before we get to our main agenda for today, based on request, is objection. And one of the objections that I got a text to handle is two. People tell them they don't have time. People tell them they don't have money. Well, this is one of the two biggest objections in network marketing, and you need to address it. You become a consultant. So when you have the objection, I don't have time, you need to become a consultant by asking questions. Okay, if someone tells me I don't have time, I'm going to say, beside the time, do you see this as an opportunity that's going to change your life? If they say no, don't waste your time. Remember, chicken versus eagle. You're not selling your son. They say no, move on. If they say yes, there are different ways you can close that deal, or people say I don't have time. And I love the one that says number 3 in the slide. I'll take that one first. I tell them, how do you feel? And when I tell them, I keep quiet for a minute. How do you feel? Not having enough time to live the life that you want, to make the decisions you want to make? How do you feel? Now let's make a decision that's going to create that time for you. It's going to create that time with your family. It's going to create that vacation you're dreaming about. There's a reason why you don't have time. So how do you feel about it? So I get into a consultant mode. And sometimes you need to keep quiet for a minute, because they say whoever talks first loses. Let it sink in them. Let it process. Let it process in them. So when people say I don't have time, I'll say, how does it feel not to have time? You don't have time, you're still broke. People spend all their time doing the wrong things. For the fact that you're busy doesn't mean you're productive, right? A lot of people are busy but not productive, and they say, you talk to them, they say they don't have time. Really? Next one, feel, felt, found. All the networkers know this, but trust me, it works. I feel exactly what you're talking about. I was just like you when I joined this business. When I was so broke, I felt I didn't have the time because I was so busy doing a lot of stuff. But I found that this opportunity is a game changer. It's giving me all the time I need in the world. Feel, felt, found. It's a rule that every network marketer knows. Use this when people tell you I don't have time. And when people tell me I don't have time, sometimes I say, well, you don't need time, right? Introduce me to the people you know. You can win them over with checks. If they are people that are influential, they can introduce you to the people they know. And guess what? When they start coming in and that prospect has seen the check, I'm going to ask you, are you still interested in this business, or I can take the checks from your account? So people always want you to push them to make the move. So I don't have time. It's either as an excuse, not doing the business. That's why you need to ask them, be a consultant beside the time you're talking about. Excuse me. I need to get some water. Beside the time you're talking about, do you see this as an opportunity that's going to change your life? That's a big question, guys. You say you don't have time, but do you see this as an opportunity that's going to change your life? And that's yes or no takes you to the next level. Feel pound. How does that feel? You don't have time, not being able to have time to stay with your family, take care of your kids. How does it feel? And pause. The person that talks first loses, guys. Let it sink in them. Next objection before we go to our 90 days Blitz is, I don't have money. Next thing you got to do, guys, go into the consultant mode. Always be that consultant, helping them out to come up with the money they just told you they don't have. So I tell them, they say, I don't have money. Be honest with me and just pause for a second. Are you just trying to be polite, or you're trying to say no? Be honest with me. If you don't, are you saying no, or you're just trying to be polite to tell me no? And to say, no, we really want to do this business, we don't have money. So now you need to ask questions. Always ask questions. Questions bring out a lot in people. There are different ways you can approach this. I got this one for Matt Morris, and he says, who is the most person you love in your life? And they say that they're probably their mom or their dad. And what do you say, right? If your mom goes to prison today for something she didn't do, and they tell you, you need to bring $2,000 to bail her out, what will you do? I bet you the next couple of minutes, you're going to get that money that you say you don't have. They're going to get that money and bail their mom. So they have the ability to get money, but they tell you, I don't have money. Get them out of that financial jail. They're in jail, in prison. Your job as a consultant is to get them out. So when people say they don't have money, it's because they haven't cut the vision. They don't have the zeal to get to the next level. It's an excuse. You say you don't have money. I don't have money to start up this business, right? I don't have $1,350 to start up a family pack. So if I bring my Lamborghini, which is a $200,000 car, and I ask you to buy it for $1,350, will you buy it? How long will it take you to get that money? People will get that money in a split of a second. So use this, ask questions, use this. Then after you say this, now let's get away to look for the money and get started. It's as important as this. It's as you saying no to $1 million. So you have to throw questions to open them up and help them see the vision, because they're not seeing the vision. They don't see how important the opportunity is to them. It's as good as me writing you $1 million check, but you just need to grab it. So that being said, that's going to end the training for I don't have money objection. I don't have time. Throw the questions back to them. And always use the third-party credibility. Sometimes people get so used to you. When they get so used to you, you don't get the results. Okay? So ask questions. Become a consultant. And always give them the opportunity to say something. The person that talks first loses. And always remember, they need you more. That's the answer. They need you more. So that being said, we're going to go to our main agenda for today. Very, very exciting for the next 90 days, guys. The next 90 days, starting November 1st to December 31st, we as a team, as leaders, are going into a 90 days blitz. If you're excited about this 90 days blitz, type a 2 in the chat. I am so excited about this 90 days blitz. Guys, this 90 days blitz, you need to do your homework. You need to go online and find out how the top networkers in the world became successful. They went through a blitz, probably more than 90 days. Every successful networker that is earning about $1 million went through a blitz. And we're always doing, we don't want to rewrite the will, guys. We just want to duplicate the will. Duplicate it. This 90 days blitz, guys. You need to ask yourself very, very serious questions. Do I really want to do this? Why am I in this business? Am I serious about my business or just kind of serious? This 90 days blitz we're going into is going to change your life if you just do it. Period. It's all about doing it. It's all about making that decision that I am not going into 2008 with the same mindset, with the same achievements. You just went through 2017 just the way you went through 2016. You have 2 months to turn that story around. You got 2 months to swing it around. 2 months is too much of a time in network marketing. That's the amazing thing, because in your job, it takes years to achieve that promotion. But in network marketing, in weeks, in months, you can turn it around. So we're going on a 90 days plan that's going to completely, absolutely, guys, change our life, our income, our pockets, our bank accounts, and everything that's associated with our business. So I'm going to go to the next slide real quick, trying to get to it. Awesome. So the 90-day blitz is actually a burst of energy. Then we maintain that energy. In the aviation industry, we call it autopilot. You need a solid foundation before you now get your plane to that level where the pilot puts the control on autopilot. So it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of power for that plane to go through the runway and take off the ground. And when it takes off the ground, it has to glide all the way up and level up. And that's when the maintenance comes in. That's when the autopilot comes in. So 90 days can completely change everything you've done in this industry if it's done properly. People say slow and steady wins the race. Not in network marketing, guys. You're slow, you snooze. Slow and steady doesn't win the race here, guys. It takes a burst of energy. So set that 90 days goals from the 1st of November. We're going to start up to December the 31st. We already did a training talking about daily activity. You got to have what you're doing daily. Your daily activity is your success. Why? You need to find a why. Find a why that makes you cry. It's very important. Everyone on this call today has a why they're in this business. Okay? I want to buy a Lamborghini. That is not a why, guys. It's a result. I want to buy a house. I want to buy the biggest house in town. That's a result. That's not a why. Get a why that makes you cry. You don't have a why, you're not going to go through a 90 days blitz, period. If you go through this 90 days blitz without a why, you're not going to do it. Next pointer. If you have an 8 hours job, I've got news for you. You need to put 8 hours in your business. I'm talking about 4 hours sleep for the next 1-2 months. So what we want to do, we want to run our blitz from Monday to, we're going to have all our regular calls from Monday through Saturdays. On Sunday, we're going to take a break on our calls. There's going to be no calls on Sundays beginning the next 2 months. We're going to rest a little bit on Sunday because you're literally having 4 hours sleep every blessed day. So we'll give you time to rest and recover on Sunday. But guess what? You're not stopping your business on Sunday. You're just having 8 hours sleep on Sunday. You're having more time to sleep. So this is what a Blitz entails. Not everyone can do it, but this is what's going to produce the massive result, guys. You cannot work hard on your job and work less on your dream. Which one takes precedence? You work hard on your job, you work for a living. You work hard on yourself, you work for a fortune. So if you can't put 8 hours in as a part-timer, I'm not talking about a full-timer, you're not in on this 90 days Blitz. So set your hours. For those who say they're full-time in this business, guess what? You're on a 16-hour shift. This is what a 90 days Blitz entails, 16 hours Blitz if you're full-time in network market. You need to call your family and say, for the next 2 months, I'm going to be Mr. Crazy. You're not going to understand me because I'm on the mission to achieve a massive, massive results. So forgive me for the next 2 months because I need to achieve what I need to achieve. You need to set goals. Where do you want to be December 31st? President, millionaire, type it in the chart. President, millionaire, president, diamond, whatever you want to be. You have to set the goals. This is where I want to be by December 31st. Type it if you want to become a president millionaire. It's not just to type in the account, it's to do it. Set your hours. Set your goals. Where do I want to be before 2018? I'm not going to 2018 less than this. Less than a diamond. Less than the president. Less than the president millionaire. I'm not going into 2018 the way I am. It takes you taking massive, massive action on this 90 days Blitz, guys. Next point, you want to do 3 to 5. I'm talking about minimum, guys. You want to do 3 to 5 presentations daily. This has no exceptions. If you got to talk to the dog and do presentations, so be it. 3 is the minimum. It could be you doing presentation for your team. It could be you doing presentation for yourself. It's all about teamwork. It's not just you guys. We all want to get to that rank. We want to get to that next level of income in the next 90 days. 3 to 5 presentations daily. Give up everything. You got to trade everything you have. That TV you keep on watching, that's what's making you broke. Let that TV go. Shut down that TV. Take the plug out. Take the power out. You're in for a massive 90 days mission. Unplug the things that are going to drag you back. 3 to 5 presentation, no exception. Next, you want to invite people. 2 minutes video. Very simple, very duplicable. And for those of you who have the new system, there's so many things, tools you can use. If you're sending to a business-minded person, if you're sending to a doctor, if you're sending to a stranger, there are different messages already prearranged that you can use to send to your prospect. You want to send 52 minutes video every blessed day. 50. I didn't say 60. I didn't say 40. You want to go higher. You don't want to go below. 52 minutes video, talking to people, inviting them to a webinar or inviting them to a presentation. 2 minutes video, 50 every day. Have a book. And in that book, you said the next 90 days, you need to keep record of your activity. You need to keep absolute record of your activity. So whatever you do in day 1, you need to put it down. I send 50 video. I have 3,000 people on my Facebook. Here you go. That's my 3,000 people waiting for 2 minute video. And invite them to a presentation. Invite them to webinars. We have tons of webinars. For those of you who are plugged into different groups, there's always some kind of webinar going on. And guess what? We can create a webinar for you in seconds. If you call any of the leaders, they'll be so happy to do that. Yesterday, I was on the call on the last minute webinar with Mobilogy, with someone from Ghana, with Grace. Last minute webinar went down very successful. So 50 times a day, 2 minute video. It's so easy to click on send. It's very duplicable. And that's why the way you invite is vital, because when you invite people, it's so easy. They say, well, I can do this 50 times a day. We need to send this every blessed day in our 90 Days Blitz. 3 to 5 actual presentations. I'm not talking about you just calling people and say, hey, I got a business. No, we're talking about you presenting the business for 3 to 5 times with no exception. This, guys, is what's going to take your business to the next level. This is what's going to cause the explosion in your business. Sacrifice, guys. Sacrifice the next 2 months. Give up everything you're doing that you shouldn't be doing. That TV, whatever you're doing, you can give it up. Give it up now and really go into the next 2 months with an intention to win, with an intention to be successful, with an intention to take over, with an intention to completely change your life, with an intention to help that mom die in the hospital, with an intention to help people dying today. For those of you who have the why of helping people or feeding people, one of my whys is to feed as much people as I can. I remember that. And that pushed me into taking massive, 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 massive action. So whatever you've done in this industry today, if the level I've set here is not good enough for you, guys, raise your standard. Whatever you've done, do more this time. If you did 5 presentations before every day in your life, it's about time to do 10. This is a mission of the impossible, you doing what you think is impossible. This is what we want to do, the impossible. If you do what's easy, your life is going to be hard. If you do what's hard, your life is going to be easy. So let's dedicate, guys, the next 90 days, beginning November 1st. I want to see that bleeds in your eyes. I want to see that fire in your eyes. Hunger, hungry, hunger for success. This is what we need. This is what's going to take us to the next level. Because I tell you what, you guys are not going to like what I'm going to tell you now. Some of us have plateaued. Everybody. I'm not including me. We have plateaued this business. We're not performing. We're not doing what we're supposed to do. We've plateaued. Some of us has become managers. We've become travel agents, sending people to destinations they've never been. Oh, you need to become a silver, and they're not even a silver. Sending people to destination, send people to the destination you plan to be, or you're going, or you're being. We need to get off this manager mode, this travel agent principle of thinking about how you can get people to diamond and not how you need to go there yourself first. So this 90 Days Blitz, guys, give your all. This is your life. You're doing this for your family. Give the next 90 days 100% massive action. Massive. Wake up in the morning, the only thing you see in your head is massive action. Have a plan. Make your plan better than what I showed you today. But I tell you what, you cannot change those hours on this slide. If you're a part-timer, you need 8 hours. If you're a full-timer, 16 hours, period. You can't change the time. I have done lots of research of what people are putting in to get to that millionaire status, and this is the time they did put in. I'm not going to rewrite the will. I'm going to duplicate it, period. And guys, that being said, I'm going to end the training for today and open this up for people in this group so that we can have, I can have your own input as well, and tell us how the training is. And if you want to add something to the 90 Day, please. I just love to add stuff on it. So go ahead. I'm going to go first with our elder in the house, Mr. Ed Mercer. Take it away. If he can unmute himself. Okay, it looks like Ed Mercer is having network problem. I'm going to take, can someone unmute himself and they can tell us what they think, what they can add to the presentation? Go ahead. Oh, I need to start picking people. Okay.
Training, Maxwell.
Go ahead, Constantina.
Hello everyone. This is Constantina. Amazing training, Maxwell. Awesome training. Very, 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 very excited about this last slide, the 90 days bliss, whereby you listed the breaking down of the process is very important. No matter your dreams, no matter your ambition, no matter what you've set aside to do, you have to have a breakdown of that dream. So breaking it down, like Maxwell said, you could take it for the you can duplicate it, you can make and get there, because everyone loves the limelight, but everyone has to do what it takes to get there. And with all this training today, I've made up my mind that I'm gonna put in what it takes, much more than I'm already doing, is working hard and that so much more. So thank you so much for this awesome training. I know this team is a team of doers, not just hearers. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna go there and make a change, and then enjoy all the glory that comes with it. Thank you very much, Maxwell.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Constantina. Pastor, I see you already muted. Take it, unmuted. Take it away.
Yeah, thanks a million, Maxwell. This is really an awesome training. Thank you for always considering this as a matter of utmost intent in your heart, and thank you always for bringing everybody up to speed with you as well. Thank God for your experience. Thank God for your leadership. My understanding on this matter, I don't know why from 22 we came down to 30. Maybe network has been very poor. I think everyone that invited people should ensure that they get back to them, those that came out of the meeting, because I'm sure the network was very bad. I think at this point, we have actually got into a stage where we can proudly say that we have put our hands on the plow and we can no longer look back. Because if anybody puts his hand on the plow and looks back, he's not fit for the kingdom, according to God's word. We have actually put our hands on the plow of this business, and the fact that this business is the best that could ever be. I think it is high time we really took all these things that we are getting and put them to work. If we will put this stuff to work, if we could really work like mad, because I've not seen any billionaire in my life that sleeps more than 4 hours a day. That's the reality. None of them sleeps too much. It's just a very brief sleep. So cutting our sleep will be an exciting thing, because at the end of the day, whatsoever you put into it, you will get the result. Because it is a matter of practicality. It is what you put into something that it gives to you. If you work very little, you get very little. You work really hard, you get some outstanding results. And there are people that can actually stand out. Like people are already standing out in this business. And I am so grateful to God. I have been able to see people who are a success. I've rubbed shoulders with them. I've hugged them. I've tapped quite a number of anointing from them, anointing for wealth and everything. And hey, I am ready to go. I'm running like never before. As I'm talking to you right now from this my room, I'm talking to people on a consistent basis every day. I just wish I could be on a full time, like we saw in the presentation. 16 hours would be too small for me. If I was into full-time MLM, I would do nothing less than 18 hours. What am I going to be doing with the remaining 8 hours if I do only 16 hours? That's the simple truth. So I think it's something that we should really, really take very seriously. Let's get back to those guys that we invited that probably the network throughout, and let's get back to them. And for those of us who are still on the call, who probably was invited by somebody and you are not yet in this business, get back quickly to that person that invited you and tell the person you are ready. Let me just tell you the truth. You are in for a bumper harvest. This period, if we will do these things that have been highlighted by this, our awesome leader, I assure you, you'll be thankful to God for whoever it is that invited you to this opportunity. He will become your best friend. You will never depart from him anymore in your life, because whoever introduces you to something as wonderful as this must love you. And that is the simple truth. Thank you so very much again, Maxwell, and thanks everyone for listening.
Awesome, awesome. As I always say, powerful talk, Pastor. Thank you for that very, very positive contribution. The next person, I already see one hand's already up. Mobilogy, go ahead, take it away. If you guys want to know how to raise your hands, talk to Mobilogy. Who'll show you?
Thank you so much, Maxwell, for this awesome training. But before I actually give a bit of what I've learned so far, I would like to show you something, and that's what Maxwell's training actually made me think right now. As you guys just saw, I'm currently in the clinic right now, and all the same, there's still no excuse. Like I saw Olivia, who just inspired me just now. She's about to put to bed, and she was still on this call. So there is absolutely no excuse. If you really want to make it out there, you need to go insane. You need to wow yourself. You need to cut down all cuttables. Make your vision your priority. Okay, as it is now, people are losing their jobs. Okay, people are financially instabilized. Okay, this is the only way to go about it. Okay, I have my very good friend here on the call. His name is Adekunle. We call him Geshiro. I don't know if he can hear me right now. Okay, I've been on him for a while, and right now I think he's ready to step it up, because we used to hang out a lot, but right now we hardly see each other, because each time he engaged me, I'm always busy. It wasn't as if much about myself, but check it out. We have over 7 billion people in the world. Before I die, I can't talk to the whole 7 billion people, but my job is to talk to as many people as I can. My job is to make sure that I explain this revolutionary innovation to as many people as I can. Yesterday, like Margot said, we were talking to someone in Ghana, and guess what we learned from that guy? His mom actually suffered from diabetes, and the mom just got off the drug, and she had to be visiting the clinic 5 times a day. So if this guy is able to bring in this revolution to helping his mom, how more can we say about the rest of mankind? So this is something that is up for mankind. And like I always tell most people, this revolution reminds me of the first color TV that came to Africa. Remember, the first color TV came to Africa. Right now, everybody is using color TV. The same thing is happening right now. A revolution is already out there across the world. It just stepped into Africa, and we have a massive blue ocean ahead of us. So what we need to do now is we all need to jump in the middle of the ocean, drown ourselves, and walk ourselves like none other. So thank you so much, Margot. Thank you so much. Thank you for all you do, and thank you, Geshu, for being on the call. If you want to say anything, the floor is yours as well. Thank you so much, Margot.
Awesome. Powerful talk.
Sorry, Max. Can I quickly appreciate Darren for?
Okay. Is Darren on the call?
Madam, thanks for being on the call.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
on.
Madam Darren, God bless you for coming. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Darren, welcome to the call. You're in to a fantastic movement. I call it a family movement. This is not just a company, this is a movement of people who are going to actually change lives all around the world. So welcome again. Get back to Pastor. Trust me, you are with the best person. Pastor is a blazing fire. Okay? If you take gas, take gasoline, take diesel, you can't stop it. He's a blazing fire, but guess what? And there's a reason why we call him Pastor Performer. Because trust me, mark my words today, the lives he's going to change is going to be remarkable because of the fire and the heart he has to really change people's life. It's not just changing lives, the heart. He has the heart. He really loves people and he wants to change people's life. So Pastor, we love you so much for that heart of caring for people, caring for their status, caring for their financial level. You know, that's the heart he has. He has the heart of gold to help people.
Thank you.
So powerful. Welcome again, man. Welcome to the call.
Then, yeah, sorry, Mark Joe. I think Adekunla wants to say something. If you could help me unmute him.
Okay, let me look for him. Adekunla, you're there. Welcome to the call.
Thanks, Mazwa. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
We can hear you loud and clear. Take it away, bro.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited to be on this platform for the very first time.
What do you want to?
Balaji has been trying to get me in all this while, but I've been running away. But what I heard from you guys this morning really gave me the pleasure of moving on with you guys. So I believe this platform will help a lot, and we'll be able to move together. I know with Bolaji by my side, we can do it. And we'll make you guys proud as well. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Adekunla. Again, I want to officially welcome you to World Global Network. If you guys can clap and scream a welcome to Mr. So next, I want to welcome. Thank you so much. I want to mute no one other than I just love the driving this lady. She's about to have a baby in the next. I'm going to unmute the noise, guys, if you don't mind. So.
Oh yeah, Milendo.
Okay, awesome. So she is a powerhouse. She has the drive to really help people. I tell you what, she's about to put to bed in the next month or 2 months, but she's on this call. She's always doing something to take herself to the next level. I just love this lady so much because of her passion, and that's no one other than Elovia. Take it away.
Hi, Maxwell. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. Take it away.
Oh, okay, great. Sorry, I had to find a quiet corner to do this. Thank you so much. I enjoyed the training, and I am so revved up. In fact, if I could jump with this belly of mine, I would be jumping all over the place. I'm super excited, and just thinking of so many different strategies to make things happen. Whether the doctor says I have to be on bed rest or not. You know, there are things that we can do. I've been coming up with letters. You know, I mean, I have to write letters, send letters to school. I have to, fish out email addresses of different corporations and try and just set things up. Even if I cannot move on my own, thankfully, the kind of leaders that we have on ground, even Pastor Performer, who is still in the US, is already set to perform in Lagos. So I just need to get the audience ready, do my own bit, share the video, share information. I can do emails, I can work with my phone. I still have access to my laptop.
Okay, I think if it's just me, Mubaji knocked my head. Can you hear Elovia? I think we lost her.
I think we lost our network issues.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So very, very powerful
The
talk.
owner of my hospital.
Okay, she's back.
Sorry, can you hear me?
We
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you
hear
now.
you. Lost
We
you
lost
for a
you earlier
second.
on.
Oh, okay. Oh, so sorry. So sorry. Yes, so in a few minutes, I'll be meeting with the owner of the hospital where I've been having my antenatal checks. I have already hinted him about the helo, and I don't think he has seen my message about the biosyn, but I am going there set to make sure he listens to me. You know, so
Wow.
let's see how this goes. And I don't know. I've spoken with some people. I'm trying to take advantage of whatever PTA meetings will be coming up in a few schools between now and mid-November. So at least I know I have Constantina and Pastor Performer ready to assist me, you know, with talks at those meetings if I'm not able to make it personally. So I just want to encourage everybody, if we sit and think for a bit, I'm sure there is something we can do to change circumstances. I'm sure there's something that we can do to take us from one level to the next. There's always a way. We just need to apply ourselves and, you know, make things happen. So that's my bit for this afternoon. Thank you, guys.
Well
All the
done,
best.
Olivia. Good to hear
Awesome.
from
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much, Olivia. That's a woman of power. You know, nothing stops her from moving. Absolutely nothing, not even the newborn baby. That baby's already getting trained already to never give up. And that's what we love. I'm going to unmute no one other than our superstar, Eustace. If you're in the house, take it away.
Hello, Max. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon,
Yeah.
good day, everyone. Wonderful training.
Yeah.
Will do so well, so great. Pastor, thank you for the zeal and everything. And I know the trainings as they come, we'll get them and we use them and we'll move to the next level. Like I said earlier the other day, we just have to put in the effort. We just have to put in and keep pushing. It will definitely get there.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome. Very powerful talk. And just an introduction of Eustace, for those of you who are new on the call, he's a bank manager, so he's very comfortable. But guess what? The day you get into your comfort zone, that's the day you die as a man. And there's more to achieve in this world. And trust me, he has been going for the biggest height in the world. So we're going to mute knowing that our mama in the house, Mrs. Pastor Performer. Andrea, take it away.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
everyone. Good afternoon, good morning.
Take it away, mama.
Wow. Thank you so much, Maxwell. I know that these trainings get towards one thing, doing, and we're on course. With all the trainings that we've been receiving, we're on course. It's a beautiful opportunity, just like you said, to change lives, and that's right where we are. And I believe that the sky is not even our limit, it's just the beginning for us. Thank you so much for always being there with all the massive trainings. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's our mama in the house. Behind every successful man, if you guys don't know, there's a woman walking on the ground.
We need to listen to Madam Oluyemisi now.
I'm looking for her. Where is she?
It's true for her. She's here. Just unmute her. Okay, she's unmuted herself.
Okay.
Hello. Good morning, afternoon, good evening.
Good morning. Good morning. Good evening.
Pastor, yeah, welcome back. And Maxwell, I was joining. Welcome back. It was very impactful training today. I couldn't. I think hello, are you hearing me?
Loud and clear, we're hearing. We're also feeling you too.
It's very, very impactful. Don't worry, we will go out there. Instead of sleeping for 8 hours, it will be 6 hours now.
Awesome.
There you go. That's the next one. Don't need sleep.
That's awesome.
Eustace is really pushing us at this end. He's pushing us, and we know we are going to perform.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you carry us along. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being a stay up.
No more 8 hours sleep. 6. Now mine will be 6, not 4.
Awesome, awesome.
Eustace, thanks for driving, madam.
Thank you so much for driving her. Push her to the maximum.
Who said I'm the one driving her?
You are the one. You are the one.
You guys don't know. You guys don't know who is pushing who.
Then, Magjo.
Are you serious?
Okay. Then, Magjo, I think I'll need to commend Madam Oluyemisi a lot, because at her age, she's still working it really hard.
She really
is awesome. That's inspiring.
It's something.
She's our inspiration.
Thank you.
So
thank you. I appreciate it.
Youngsters, and
she is just so fired up.
Working. So thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much, Madam Oluyemisi. We love you so much and appreciate you a big deal.
Okay, we also have Baba. We also have Baba Tunde on the call. Baba Tunde, if you're there, take it away.
Good afternoon, everybody. I feel good being here, being motivated by our leaders for this model we are going to have for the training. I think it's essential for newbie like us. We've been having challenges in getting people. We've preached the gospel to them, but like we have been made to believe, there is always a way we can talk to them whenever they come with the objection of no money, no time. So I really appreciate this. In fact, it's timely. It's very, very timely, because I believe for us, we need training. We can't just go into an economy that is not performing, and we think we're going to do magic with our residual knowledge. We need to be adept, and I think that's what this thing is going to bring to us. Once we have the skill, we can go to whatever level we think we can go. So the main thing, I think we are taking from the fundamental, which is very important. So I believe with this training, with everybody, with all being serious about it, I believe the sky is just the beginning for us. Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome. Very powerful talk. We're going to go through what we have in the chat group, and we're going to close for today. There's so many chats, I don't know where to even start from. Pastor, can you see the chats? If you can.
Yes, I can see them.
Okay, just read some of the chat for us, then we close.
The most of them were, first of all, greetings, thank you, blah, blah, all that. But I think the one that would have been very, very important for us to look at is the one that Eloviano said she was going to leave. She was going, but she already spoke to us, so that would no longer be needed anymore. Quite a number of people, it's just about thank you. Mwalaji says, wow, being busy and productivity, always ask questions. It brings out more about people. Eloviano says, fantastic training, Maxwell. On my way to the hospital now. We already heard that from her directly. Sima says, great call, Maxwell, as always. Thank you being the leader that you are and always motivating us to give our best. Sorry, have to leave the call as I have. Okay. Then I think that's about it. The rest are hello everyone, good to see you, blah blah blah. So we're good to go.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I also see Nolan left a message behind. He said, thanks for the awesome training. Feel like I'm just starting fresh with this valuable information received today. Just love it. We're casting recording again. Just thank you to everyone. And we're already ready at Alovi and the rest of them. So guys, we've had everything that we need to hear. I'm also going to post this training in the group first thing tomorrow morning. But it's all about action. We can keep talking. Talk is absolutely cheap. Talk doesn't change our situation or our level. You know, action is what takes the level. We have the training. We know what it takes to get us to that $20,000 to that $50,000. There are people in this business making $750,000 a month with one head, not two head, guys, one head.
Exactly.
Okay, and their upline makes $1.2 million a month. Pastor, if you guys don't believe me, believe the pastor. He saw it live.
I saw it live.
Okay, so if they can do it, how many heads did you see on them, Pastor? How many heads?
One head.
One head, guys. One head. Okay, there's nothing you cannot do if you believe and back it up with the action that's required. Remember, I didn't say action. There's required action for every result.
Should I quickly say something about them, the topmost earners?
Go ahead.
Nat and Chanida?
Go ahead.
Nat and Chanida, when they came into contact with our CEO, it was Chanida that actually got the contact. Nat didn't even believe in his wife. And so Chanida told the husband she was going to Miami to meet with our CEO. And she came over and met with the CEO, and everything they showed to her was just the pipeline. What was on pipeline? No product, no nothing. The company had only just been established, nothing to show. And they told her everything that the product would be able to do. And she now said, okay, where is the product? And CEO Galdi told her that they were just about to start. They hadn't even started. She said, but she needed something to prove that this thing can work. But then she stuck with them. They told her the vision. She stuck with them. Went back to her country, told her husband the thing is still in the pipeline. They laughed at her. In fact, her daughter, Natida, her daughter told her, Mom, I think you are losing your mind. For close to 6 months, they were not talking. They didn't believe in Chanida for anything. They didn't believe in her. But today, she and her husband are the topmost earners. The husband does not say no to her, even though he didn't believe, he just accepted and went ahead to go with the wife. But today, the story is different. They are the topmost earners and the number 4 highest earners in the MLM industry globally. It's something else. It's something else. Thank you. I just wanted to bring that out. Some people wouldn't believe that if you can make them, you can just show them. Now we have the product. Now we can see the comp plan. The comp plan is enough for everybody to see. This is massive. I sent the comp plan to somebody. She said, this is massive. I couldn't finish it, but I'm going to continue tomorrow. I said, take your time and go through it. He went, and she's going through it. I'm sure by the time I get back to her today, we were going to be ready to seal the matter up. This is just the matter. So it's as simple as that. The thing is clear. It's no longer in the pipeline. It's available. We can see it, and we can see what it can do. Hello, everyone. You're on your way to making millions in terms of dollars. I'm not talking about naira. Just understand, we're talking about millions in dollars. Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Yes, so thanks, Pastor.
Awesome.
Wow, Pastor Performer, I just want to use this minute to say thank you for sharing that story.
All right.
It reminded me of somebody called Constantina. I remember when Maxwell called me concerning this same vision.
Right.
Maxwell, did you remember what happened that day? Did you remember?
I can't remember exactly.
When Maxwell called me and told me about the business, I was like, I'm in. He was like, what do you mean? How do you mean you are in? And he was like, I haven't told you about the business. I haven't told you anything. I haven't told you what the company is all about, what the product is all about. I'm in because I'm a believer. And as a result of that, it has helped me to guide my steps into the right path. And I want to use this opportunity to thank Maxwell, and the same thing with Pastor Sukomi. So guys, this is huge. This is bigger than even what we are sharing, what we are saying. If Natida and her husband didn't believe, someone else would have believed and will be the one as number 1 today. So believe. run for it, go for it, put all your effort, and believe me, you're gonna get it done.
Awesome, awesome. Very powerful talk. That is so true. I can just remember it like it was when I called Constantina. But guys, one lesson I want you to take is amateurs focus on the product, professionals focus on the vision. What Natita did, there was no product, but what did she sell? She sold the vision. She knew where this company was going. So that is very powerful.
Yeah.
Magda?
Yeah, go ahead. Lastly, we gotta close the call. Take it away. This call is getting to 2 hours. We need to shut it down. Go ahead.
In the doctor now, but before I go, I remember when you called me. Can you remember when I launched my business? Around 3 a.m. My wife literally chased me after college because from around 11 p.m. Magda would say, check it now, you can sign it. I'll do it. It wasn't working. 12:30 a.m. You know, he just kept calling me. I had to put my phone on speaker so that I could hear him, and I had to launch my business 3 a.m. And when I launched my business, I think the next day I had like Barbados, St. Lucia, and some other countries that I don't even know as spillover, which I actually enjoyed from them. And guess what? Before then, Maxwell just linked me up to one business. But the next thing he just told me, I'm up to something. I said, what's that? Don't worry, it is massive. I said, what is that now, boss? Don't worry, it is massive. When I finish. So guys, this is Facebook started from somewhere, Google started from somewhere, Amazon started from somewhere. Google's issues with the person that actually invited you and said you are in, like Constantinas, you are in. Okay? Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we're gonna end. We've taken way past our time, but very massive, massive. For those who are new on the call, thank you for being part of the family already. We're in for a massive, massive achievement, and I'm so glad you guys are on this movement. And you're not going to go by yourself. Help other people. Okay, pull other people up. You're up now. What's your job? Pull others up. We need to help as many as we can. Get to a stage whereby they can make the money they want, they can live the life they want, they can do what they want to do, right? But we need to have that heart, you know. And just like the pastor, his heart is so big to help everybody. If he can stand on the street and scream help, he would do it. You know, but that's the heart we need to have. The heart really speaks a lot about us. So that being said, massive call this morning.
Yeah.
Fantastic addition from you guys. I just love you guys so much. There's nowhere I can be better than being with you guys today. So I want to appreciate everyone on this call, everything they have done to help other people. I want to just appreciate you. I want to tell you I love you so much. And we're going to meet in places. We're going to talk about meeting in the US. We're going to talk about meeting in Italy. We're going to probably meet in our private jet in the air and exchange. You know, this is how it all started with those people that started making $1.2 million a month. This is how it started, like a joke, like a joke.
Yeah,
like a joke. Yeah. But guess what? That joke has become $1.2 million a month.
Kai. I spoke in tongues. I spoke in tongues.
And very soon we'll be sharing this our story. Definitely. How we just said yes. How we were awake 12 midnight. And you know, walking this dream. You know, these stories are going to inspire so many people out there. Like one network I always say, the people that will do this business have not even joined. So we are just jogging, you know, preparing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Awesome, awesome. So we haven't even started the business yet. I'm so glad that we have the opportunity to have Zoom to communicate with ourselves and record it so that one day on stage when we have a team of 100,000 people, we can play this record and tell you guys, you know what? This was fast on the call. This was Adekula when he joined the first day. He joined the opportunity on the call. Guess what? We have it on tape to people. So fantastic, guys, fantastic. And we got to end this call. If not, we're going to be here till tomorrow going, talking and talking. This is so exciting. There's so much energy. There's so much power, but I hate to say goodbye, guys, but goodbye. You guys have a blessed day.
Yes, you too. Thanks a million.
Bye.
Thank
you.
Have a nice day all. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Pastor, I'm waiting for you.
I've sent you a message to your WhatsApp.
I'm sending mine right now.
All right, go ahead.
Bye.
All right, bye.